Hey, if you remember a while back, I made a account update video, and I had mentioned that my Benchmade Model 42 Balisong was shipped out somewhere to get kind of customized and made over. And I just got it back today. I think it's awesome. I'm pretty sure most of you will think the same once you see it, but I figured I'd make a video on it. I had inspiration from two different people to do this. One is my friend Allie here on YouTube. Allie recently went to a knife show and picked up a customized, coated K-Bar BK2. And she had the person that had customized this knife that she purchased was a company called Up Armored. And it came out awesome. It was a really, really cool looking coating on it. And I kind of fell in love with it. And I knew eventually I would get that done on one of my knives. And then, of course, recently, within a few weeks, Nut and Fancy has also posted a couple videos showing his duracoat projects, and they came out pretty cool too. So between both of those videos, I knew I would have to do it to one of my knives, and I figured, why not go with the Balisong? At least that's something different. No one, as far as I know, no one's has duracoated a Balisong yet. So I contacted the guys over at Up Armored, and they hooked me up. They did this on my Benchmade Model 42 so that I can review it and show you guys what it's all about. And here it is. With no further ado, this is my new made-over Benchmade Model 42. And I love it. It is a sweet coating. This is their ACU skull pattern. Now they offer tons and tons of different patterns, for coatings on different knives, and of course I will put a link to their page, their website, in the description box over on the side over there. So you can check out their website. They have a gallery showing some different patterns that they have, as well as they have a price chart. You see there's the subdued skulls in this ACU kind of textured pattern. Now I'll open this knife up for you and show you that blade. There it is. Now this whole knife is coated except for the latch, and of course you see that gleaming edge, but it came out awesome. Now I'm filming in HD, which hopefully you can tell the difference. I wanted to really pick up on a lot of this detail. I mean, this came out awesome. It's just really wicked looking, and like I said, as far as I know, unique. I mean, no one else has this, so I thought that was cool. Now I also sent them a sheath to match, and here it is. Also came out really top notch. Very, very cool. The back is just a straight ACU gray. And of course the pattern's on the front here. But I love it. I think it's really, really cool looking. And again, just unique, The duracoat process itself, even though it's done and it's dried right now, the guys were telling me, if I wait a couple more weeks, like 2 or 3 weeks, to really let it cure completely, that's the best possible thing I could do. Specifically because this is a Balisong or folding knife design, there's a lot of friction, especially in the pivot areas, and of course when the handles touch. So I don't want to really, use it real hard right away or start flipping right away. I want to let it cure completely. Once it is completely cured, the duracoat is a permanent coating. I mean, it's gonna far surpass my lifetime. Especially even if I want to use a knife. I mean, I can use the blade to cut stuff. That's what it's really meant for. It's not just decorative. You can use it very hard. Duracoat is a 2-part chemical process, and it's specifically made or invented to coat firearms, and they use it in the military. And it is the preferred coating. I mean, it is the original. There's a whole bunch of different coatings for different weapons and knives and stuff like that, but Duracoat really is the original. Everything else is just a spin-off of Duracoat, and it is the most permanent coating you could put on metal objects, and it's just awesome. And it just came out really, really cool. I'm really pleased with it. Very nice. Let me tell you a little bit about these guys' credentials. They're not just two guys starting this. I mean, they have a lot of experience, not only in weaponry, but in using duracoat. They have over 15 years experience coating different weapons, guns, knives, stuff like that. Between the two of them, they have 25 years experience in law enforcement and military. The one guy is a current full-time law enforcement officer, and the other guy has a 20 years experience in the SWAT team, and he's currently holding a position as the sniper team leader. So these aren't just a couple of Joes trying this out for the first time. They definitely have experience, and it really does show. But this is just a wicked, wicked pattern. Look at that. The skulls in there, kind of a little bit subdued in the finish. I just love it. I really want to start flipping this around, see what it looks like. But like I said, I want to give it just a little bit more time to let it fully cure, before I start using it. But both the knife and the sheath came out awesome. Very, very cool job here. Like I said, if you go to their website, they do have a chart on pricing, depending on what you want, whether it's a fixed blade or a folder, or whatever you want to give them information on, so they can send you a quote. But to give you an idea on prices, this knife, if I just got the knife done, it would have been $70. And that's very reasonable, considering this is a lot harder to do than a fixed blade. Having a folding knife design, especially in this case, I have two handles. It's definitely going to be a more involved process. If I got just the sheath, it would have been $40 for the sheath, which is still very reasonable. And of course, this is a layered process. It's not just one thing they spray down. Of course, it's different steps they have to go through to get this finish. Now, they don't just, like I said, they don't just do knives. They do plenty and plenty of firearms, rifles, pistols, different parts. Again, contact them for quotes on pricing. Also on what's available. In the future, way down the line, I'd like to eventually maybe send them some gun parts to do. But because I'm very, very pleased with how this came out. But this duracoat process, I mean, it's not something that's going to flake off or chip easily. I mean, this is stuff that these guys have done for military members who are actually using their gear. They're slinging it around, in the desert, in the jungle, and all over the place, and it really shows the test of time. And it's, like I said, it's not just a showpiece. It's a very functional, usable coating on this. So, it's just awesome. It came out great. So if you guys are interested, like I said, check out the website, check out the pricing. If you want to contact them and get a quote on, a different knife or maybe a gun parts you have, they'll be happy to let you know what it'll cost. And it takes about 2 weeks or so for the turnaround time. On average, it's 2 weeks. Of course, that's going to depend on how many parts you're sending them, how involved it is with the process. But generally, it's a 2-week turnaround time, and that's what this took for both the knife and the sheath for me. It took about, I want to say, just over 2 weeks. So it wasn't very long at all. So that's the up-armored job on my Benchmade Model 42. I think it's awesome. Love how it came out. Definitely be using these guys again. This is not the last knife you'll see me up-armor. It's awesome. Very, very cool. So once again, guys, thank you very much for watching. I always appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.